power to go however you want it? Let's check this out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This fairly unassuming little device is the Infiniteck Pandora Portable Power, or P3. It is an 8,000 milliamp hour charger, but it's also a battery. It also works for pass-through power, and it also actually does wireless power. So there's a lot of different things you can do with it, not the least of which is it has prongs built in, so when you need to charge it, you just plug it into the wall. Unlike just about every other device I've ever seen, it also has a digital readout that shows you what percentage is charged. So this is 95% charged, which makes it pretty darn easy to know whether you need to plug it in again or whether it's good to roll. Now, it comes with these international plugs for EU and UK, so it works from 110 to 240 volts and 50 or 60 hertz, which means you could take this when you travel, and it's pretty ingenious the way they do this because these literally slide on top of the regular prongs. So now it's ready to go like that, and when you're done, you just take that off and you're back to where you were with the original US 110 prongs. So it does Qi wireless charging. It's going to be 7.5 or 10 watts. So theoretically that's a fast Qi charge, but my experience was not quite that good, but we'll get back to that in a second. And then on the side, really the only thing to look at is this side, and it has an LED light. It has USB-C, and that USB-C includes PD power delivery. And then there's two USB 3, the top of which is the quick charge. And then the lower one is just regular USB 3. And then at the bottom, you push the button and you get the percentage charge. So all of that is pretty simple. I mean, it's not really a complicated device, but how does it work? So I took my Google Pixel 4 and I tried charging it different ways. So first off, when I charge this using it wirelessly, and that's super easy, you just make sure that it's on and you just go ahead and lay a wireless charging device on it, and assuming your device supports wireless, boom, it will just start charging. So it's charging now, but it's charging slowly. And it charges pretty slowly. In fact, it picked up a 20% charge in an hour. So that was not really very fast. But I then said, all right, well, it's USB-C. So I happen to have a short USB-C to USB-C. So I plugged it into the USB-C port on the Pandora portable power unit, and that gave me a 64% charge in an hour, which was a solid result. And in fact, the Pixel phones actually give you sort of a rating of how fast it's charging, and it did say charging rapidly. So in this case, that power delivery worked great. So what's really cool is that if I plug in other devices too, then it turns out that I can charge all three simultaneously without any performance penalty on any of the charges. In other words, I am now charging my Apple AirPods Pro and two different Pixels, and they are all charging as fast as they can go. That is not a bad setup, and considering that this is small and light, it's really a pretty nice deal. So, how small is it? Well, you can see it's a square, so it's actually 6.3 by 5 inches by 2 inches thick, and it's about 11.5 ounces. There's no way around it. Batteries end up being heavy because they need the capacity, and I can feel just a little bit of warmth, nothing really dramatic. And if I want to, I can also do pass-through charging. So while all this is going on, I can actually plug it into the wall with my handy extension cord. So now I'm charging this unit even as most of the power is being pushed out to the other devices to charge. This is a really flexible device. Now, just out of curiosity, I did take the USB-C and plug it into my MacBook, and then I looked at how much wattage it's getting, and that's 15 watts. So it's not going to charge your Mac, however enthusiastic you may be. But on the other hand, you know, for smaller devices, for phones, tablets, headphones, earbuds, anything like that, This is a great option, and the fact that you can do multiple simultaneously is really handy. Now, I will take points off because you have to supply your own cables. There are some devices like this that do everything, including the wireless charging, and have little cables that you unfold and that just are ready to roll and just part of the system. That's really handy. But the Infiniteck doesn't do that. So it is, in fact, a really flexible battery. So unplug everything. So that's really all you need to know, other than the fact that it's actually surprisingly inexpensive. This is less expensive than you anticipate. So before we get to the price, I'm just going to ask if you can subscribe to my channel and give me some feedback. Hit me up with a comment, a thumbs up, thumbs down if you think I earned one, whatever. Give me some feedback, subscribe to my channel, really appreciate it. So this is the Infiniteck Pandora Portable Power, or P3, 8,000 milliamp hour battery, and it's $39.99 at Amazon.com. That is a pretty solid deal for something that has this much power and flexibility, and I say power literally, not just figuratively. So with that, you should definitely check it out, and I'll catch you in my next video.